Stevila, Stevena. Thank you all for joining us here today. I would like to present the official representation of the Occupy Fresno movement. We are also official representatives of the General Assembly. We'll begin by releasing our official statements, our general opening statements, and then we will open the floor for 10 minutes of questions.
My name is Angelica Chavez, ANGELICACHAVEZ. As citizens of Fresno, Fresno County, and the surrounding communities, we have joined our voices together in Courthouse Park with the intention of being a part of the Occupy movement. We stand in solidarity with the men and women occupying Zuccotti Park near Wall Street in New York City. As of Sunday, October 9th, the first General Assembly of Occupy Fresno was convened. We are workers and business owners, students and teachers, veterans, volunteers, and other dedicated members of our society. We are the 99%. Coming from the heart of this movement, we would like to adopt the introduction of the Declaration of Occupation, as presented by General Assembly of Occupy Wall Street as our statement of purpose. Quote, as we gather together in solidarity to express a feeling of mass injustice, we must not lose sight of what brought us together. We write so that all people who feel wronged by the economic and political forces of the world can know that we are your allies. As one people, united, we acknowledge the reality that the future of the human race requires the cooperation of its members, that our system must not protect our rights, and upon corruption of that system, it is up to the individuals to protect their own rights and those of their neighbors, that a democratic government derives its just power from the people, but corporations do not seek consent to extract wealth from the people and the earth, and that no democracy is attainable when the process is determined by economic power. We come to you at a time when corporations which place profit over people, self-interest over justice, and oppression over equality run our governments. We have peaceably assembled here, as is our right, to let these facts be known. End quote. We plan to be here as long as it takes to have our message heard. We will work in cooperation with the surrounding community, and we encourage any members of that community to join us. If you'd like to learn more, please visit our website at occupyfresnoca.com or join us on Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr. Thank you. We will now open up the floor for questions.
What does the future hold for Occupy Fresno? What's the next step that you guys are going to be taking as far as protesting?
My name is Noah Canton, Noahcanton. In terms of our next step, Occupy Fresno, we're here to figure that out. We don't know yet. We don't have all the answers. We're peacefully assembling as part of the larger General Assembly, and we're trying to meet people, educate one another, talk, brainstorm on how we can rebuild our society in a just and equitable way.
Can you tell me some of the issues you want to change? Unemployment, you want healthcare, to address some of those issues?
As far as specific,
stand in the middle there, just switch spots.
As far as specific issues that we'd like to see changed, that is something that we discuss as a General Assembly. We'd like to stress that this is a very democratic, very organic movement and organization. We're meeting as a collective point for people who have grievances to come and converse, to air those grievances. And as a collective assembly, as a General Assembly, we will come up with specific grievances which we'd like to see fixed.
Well, Steve and some of you guys went to the hospital last night, so I'm sure there's some people or some people here out of work, some people want what is it here today?
We all have our own individual reason to be. Whether it is, personal unemployment, whether it is a personal view on what is happening with the current system. We all have our own personal views for being here. We all have our personal views for assembling as we have. As I said, we are using this as a facility with which to air those grievances, and hopefully we can reach a point in which to move forward.
What are you hoping to reach? What's your ultimate goal here by doing these protests?
My name is Joseph Hunter, Joseph-Hunter. As far as the specific goal of what we want to happen here, the first step is gathering and figuring out what information we need to learn from one another, to know what grievances each of us has in order to understand how to fix the problem. We need to know specifically what the problem is in order to fix the problem. As Stephen mentioned, there's a lot of things that we're all here for, and as a General Assembly, we try to keep the message as general as possible until we can come up with our specific reasons as a group, as we have assembled to share with you, to let you know what things specifically here in Fresno we'd like to see change.
I'd like to add to that. Generally speaking, it seems to be strange that the super rich have been able to lobby and influence political groups to make decisions that affect all of our lives. It's strange. It's not supposed to work that way. And we're upset at that. And there are many symptoms resulting from that.
So do you guys believe that this change can happen keeping President Obama in office or electing a candidate from the GOP?
We are, at this time, and probably for quite some time in the future, we are not aligning ourselves with any political party or political structure or organization. I'd like to note as well that a vast majority of us, we are employed or we are students, we are active, productive members of society, we are educated, we are willfully here, and this is an ideological reason for us to assemble.
What kind of reaction have you seen from the city and from the police?
So far, it's been fantastic. People are supporting us. We've got children out here, people of all different ages, ethnicities, socioeconomic groups, and it's been fantastic. Last night, 2 sheriffs and a lieutenant came out. I spoke with them. We had great conversations. They supported us. They saw that we were being peaceful, as we always will be. We saw we were taking care of the park, and there weren't many issues with us being here. I left a little before midnight, and another sheriff came by, and would you like to explain what happened there?
So there must have been some miscommunication with whether we could stay the entire night and sleep here in the park. Part of the issue had to do with our tents being up. What we told the sheriffs was that we wanted to cooperate as much as we could. We wanted to do everything that we could to show them that we were working with them and not against them. But at the same time, we wanted to assert that we were going to be here to stay.
So how long are you guys planning to stay? And are you going to camp out tonight or stay the night out here?
I think as far as we put in our general statement, we're here for any duration of time that it takes to get our message heard.
As of right now, we will be here for an indefinite period of time, as long as it takes for our General Assembly to reach consensus. We want to stress that we are exercising our First Amendment right to assemble and freedom of speech. We are not violating any laws. We are peacefully assembling. We are maintaining our own space that we have designated for ourselves, and as well as maintaining the park. We have designated committees. We have been very highly organized as far as what we're doing here. We have committees that are helping to pick up trash around the area, and that are helping keep the area as clean as possible. Our goal is that whenever this does end, we will leave the park and the surrounding area and community, and hopefully the city of Fresno in better condition and better shape than it was when we survived.
For those of you who do have jobs, is this affecting your current employment by camping out here and staying here and protesting here for indefinitely?
As of right now, it is not. We
also have a committee of scheduling, so we have a shift kind of rotation as far as the presence here.
I have a question. How are you justifying and validating an association with groups like Anonymous, which have spoken out and made a very good show of actually seeming to care about the people they protect, but through their actions online have proven quite the opposite? I notice a lot of Fox masks and broken crowd behind you. I'm simply wondering how you come to terms with that.
That's a good question, and that's a challenge. We're trying to figure that out. That's what we're here for. Yeah.
As of right now, we are not, as I said, affiliating ourselves with any group or organization other than that of the Occupy group. The position and tactics of the group known as Anonymous are theirs alone. They have not done anything to Fresno. They have not done anything directly affect issues of our specific group. So we are not part of it.
So you have nothing to do with the supposed attack on the New York Stock Exchange sometime this month?
They have absolutely nothing to do with it.
What kind of communication have you had with the other Occupy movements across the nation?
I have personally been in contact via social networking with movements that have been trying to organize in Bakersfield. And at my last checking a few days ago, there was one attempting to organize in the cities of Marcelia and Tulare. We've been doing our best to communicate with other groups that are forming, but I'd like to stress that this movement is very young. Effectively, the movement that started at Wall Street has just barely passed the 3-week mark. And I think that the strength, the speed, and the ferocity with which this movement has spread across the nation has proven the point that this is something that is definitely not going to stop anytime soon. My hope is once we get our General Assembly established and we have everything established as far as our own personal goals and everything like that, we hope to communicate with other groups that are organized across the state and maybe across the nation as far as where to proceed from there. We have time at this point for one more question.
Is there any outreach being done to, let's say, the homeless community or low communities of color trying to respond to response here?
We have, like I said, we organize into committees. We have committees that take care of that. We are in contact with several local groups, and we are trying our hardest, like I said before, to help the community as much as possible. All right, thank you all for joining us today.